Hi guys, James here, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, I'm going to do a Q&A video. So I was initially going to do this while I was doing makeup, but then I thought, when I talk a lot, I kind of forget to do my makeup because I can't really do two things at once. So the video always ends up really long. So I just thought I will do a Q&A and then I'll do a makeup video after this one. So I'm going to do my Q&A now. And then I will sit down and I will shoot a makeup tutorial later on. Probably actually tomorrow because I do have work tonight. So I'll probably shoot that video maybe tomorrow or the day after and have that up for you later on. But I'm going to hopefully get this video up before I go to work for you tonight. Alright guys, so before I continue this video, I just want to quickly mention, I know I look like a mess. It's very cold. I just want to sit in my oversized hoodie with my beanie on and yeah, I just wanted to be comfortable while I shoot this video, being warm. My cat is on my bed watching me. I think he's going to go to sleep in a second. Alright guys, let's get straight into it. So yeah guys, let's get into this video. I do have all the questions on my iPad here. I did ask a couple of weeks ago on my Instagram what type of questions you guys would like to know about me. And I got a ton of questions. Most of them were about makeup and some were about other things. So let's get into the makeup questions. I got a ton of questions about what are my favorite products. So I got questions about what are my favorite lipsticks, what are my favorite eyeshadows, what are my favorite eyeshadow looks that I did, and what eyeshadow palettes I used to create those looks. So I've got a box here with all my favorite things and some of my things that I didn't really like, because I got a few questions asking what are some of the items you don't really like and wish you didn't buy. This is not a negative or hate video about those products or that brand. It's just some of these products didn't work for me. So I just want to quickly mention those as well because I did get asked that. And then we'll get into some other questions about my life. Alright guys, so the first question is, what is your least favorite eyeshadow palette and why? So my least favorite is this Mecca Max Sugar Queen palette. I got this probably about 8 or 9 months ago, and when it came out on Instagram I was like, I need to get this because it just looks amazing, and I have used it a few times. So this is what it looks like. It's so pretty, like all the shimmers all marbled. The reason I don't like this is because the mattes didn't really work for me. The mattes are very hard for me to blend out, and I just found it really hard to work with. The shimmers on the other hand are amazing. The shimmers work amazing, so that's why I've kept this palette, because of the shimmers. This shade in particular, I can't remember what that shade is. I think it's Shortbread, but I don't know for sure. The names are on the back and not on the actual palette themselves. That is such a great shade to put in the inner corner of the eye because it's such a blinding shimmer shade. There it is there. But that's my least favorite eyeshadow palette because the mattes don't work. So I can only use the shimmers out of this palette, which is kind of not what you want to do. And guys, I think this palette retailed at $39. From what I can remember. I will double check the price and put that up on the screen if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's $39. And it was one of those things, like when I saw it, I instantly had to get it. And when it came out in store, I went in and got it on the very first day it came out. So yeah, I was really happy about that palette when I got it, but when I actually played with it, it just didn't work for me. So that is my least favorite eyeshadow palette that I own. Alright, so next question is, what is your first eyeshadow palette you ever bought? And that is this Urban Decay Born to Run palette. It's such a beautiful palette. If you look at all the pictures on there, they've all got like travel themed pictures, you know, one with a map on it. We've got all these different destinations. We've got a whole lot of different travel photos on the back. This was, I think this was $80. From Mecca Max. I'll put the price up if I'm wrong on the screen, but that's what it looks like. It's a very smoky tone palette, guys, and it's a beautiful palette. I remember getting this and I was like, I cannot wait to buy this. And since then, Urban Decay has become one of my favorite brands. I just love this palette so much. I haven't used it as much as what I thought I would, just because since then I've got over 60 eyeshadow palettes. But this was my very first, and I will hold on to it for as long as I can. I think this has been a year since I've had this now, and it has 24 months expiry date. So I've got another year to play with this one. But yeah, it's a beautiful palette. And guys, let me know if you want me to do a makeup tutorial with this palette, because I haven't actually done a makeup tutorial with this palette. So yeah, let me know if you want to see a makeup tutorial with that palette. So next question is, guys, what is your favorite highlighter? I actually have highlighter palette that is my favorite. This is the Jeffree Star Brain Freeze Skin Frost Pro palette. That's a mouthful, but this is my absolute favorite highlighter palette. You get so much product for your money. It's $40 US, but I will never use this up before it expires. I think the expiry date is 12 months. I think I've had this for about 7 months, but I love this so much. You've got so many different shades. This shade here, Gold Breaker in particular, is my absolute favorite out of this eyeshadow palette. And then you get the freeze tag one. Out of the light, you can't really see it in the light. I think the light's too bright. So that is my favorite highlighter palette, guys. Love that one so much, and I will reorder that when I need it again, because I just love it so much. Alright, so favorite blush. This is my favorite blush. This is from Morphe. It is a blush trio. So this actually comes in 7 different shades. So you can get 7 different varieties of 3 different shades in each. And that's my favorite shade there, the shade Hot. These two are mattes, and this one here is a shimmer blush, and that is the shade Visionary. So I love this one, and I got this for $18, but I think it retails at $28. So I got $10 off that one. And that's my favorite. I just love those 3, and I love Morphe's formula. Next question is, what is your favorite liquid lipstick? So guys, I'm going to answer this question in 2 parts. The first part is, what is my favorite liquid lipstick formula? And this is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. Not this particular shade, I've got a couple of these, but I do love the nude shade from Stila. The reason I love this formula is it stays all day, it really does stay all day. I've eaten a whole plate of chicken wings after I've done a full look, and this doesn't move. You can drink and eat, and you don't have to worry about it coming off. So I love the formula of that, but the only problem is it's very, very matte and very drying. So once you put it on, you can't move your lips against them because it's just so dry, they just don't move. You have to put a lip gloss on, or it's not comfortable at all. So I love the formula that it stays. I don't love that it's so dry. I wish there was an in between, but there isn't. But my favorite liquid lipstick is this one here from Laura Lee Los Angeles. This shade here is Mai Tai, and it's just a beautiful nude shade. It feels really comfortable on the lips, but it's not as long lasting as the Stila one. So this is my favorite liquid lipstick. This is my favorite liquid lipstick formula. Those ones are my favorite. And then I've got another question, what is my favorite matte lipstick? And that is the lipstick from Morphe, and that is in the shade Wifey. It's a nude lipstick. It's just my favorite. I've used it so many times in makeup tutorials and also just in looks that I've done that I haven't actually filmed. But I love it. It's one of those comfortable ones that you can wear without a lip gloss if you don't want a lip gloss. It's not drying, it's creamy, it just feels really comfortable on the lips, and yeah, that's why it's my favorite lipstick. Next question is, what is the 3 favorite looks that you've ever done with an eyeshadow? Now I had to think about that, and I went through my Instagram feed that all my posts are on there, and I love 3 looks that are all done from the same brand, and that is from Colourpop. So I've got 3 different eyeshadow palettes. I've got the Blue Moon eyeshadow palette, I've got the Girl and Coconuts one, and then I've got the Mar palette from Colourpop. All 3 of these I have done my favourite looks with, and I'll put a photo up of those on the screen, but these are the palettes that I've done those looks with. And I love Colourpop's 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. I think I own about 11 or 12 of them now. All different colours. I've given these away in mystery style boxes because I love them so much. I want you guys to experience them if you haven't. And I think my favourite out of those 3 looks I did was with this Blue Moon palette. You'll see that in a photo that I'll put up on the screen. Those are the 3 eyeshadow palettes that I did my favourite looks with. So next question is, what is your favourite eyeshadow palette formula? So the brand that I love the most formula-wise with eyeshadow palettes is Luna Beauty. My favourite eyeshadow palette from Luna Beauty is the Greek Goddess one because I just love the packaging, first off, but also the colour story. I just love it so much. I've used this in a couple looks. I don't think I've filmed a makeup tutorial with it. I think I used the matte out of this palette when I did a makeup tutorial using the Make and Max Sugar Green palette. I used the shimmers out of that and I used the mattes out of this one. But the formula in Luna Beauty's eyeshadow palettes are the best. I've got the Strawberry Dream, I've got the Life's a Drag, and I've got the Greek Goddess one. And all 3 palettes blend out amazing. The mattes are the best to blend out in all my eyeshadow palettes. And I love the shimmers as well. The Strawberry Moon palette, the shade Blue Diamond, That shimmer shade is the best. A lot of people said he should make that as a highlighter because it's the best eyeshadow shimmer that I actually own. But this is my favorite color story wise eyeshadow palette from Luna Beauty. Love that one. So that is all the questions related to my favorite and least favorite makeup items. I'm going to go into the other questions. So some of the questions are, what is your favorite food? I think my favorite food is probably sushi. There's a really good sushi place down the road from me that I always go to get something as I walk out the grocery store. I love that one, and I always get the same stuff. I'm always a creature of habit, so I always get the kacha chicken rolls, I always get the vegetable tempura, and I always get the plain unari. Love those. They are my 3 favorite things that I always get, and I love it because it's really filling, so you don't need that much to make a whole meal. So yeah, I love that. That's my favorite food. Favorite drink. Now, I don't drink alcohol. Favorite drink of all time is peach iced tea. I love peach iced tea. I always have it at home, but I also have lemon and water all the time at home as well. So I go through a lot of lemon and water. I go through about 6 lemons to every 2 liters of water. So that's a lot of lemons, but I just love the way it detoxes my body. And when I'm at home, I usually drink either peach iced tea and lemon water. So I always have both of them at home. And lemons are not the cheapest thing. I'm trying to grow a lemon tree. I think usually lemons are $10 a kilo, and I buy probably about 3 or 4 kilos a week, which is a lot of lemons and a lot of money. So I'm trying to grow a lemon tree right now, and hopefully it will bring me a lot of lemons. Fingers crossed. Next question is, are you single? Yes, I am single. I'm just single. Yeah. The next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Well, I'll be 37. I know I don't look it, but I am 32 now. So in 5 years' time, I'll be 37. Hopefully, I'll have a partner. I would love to have a dog. I have a cat right now. He's 8.5 years old. I adopted him in January. Love him so much. He likes to cuddle up to me every night and every morning. And yeah, he's just the cutest thing in the world. If you're going to get a cat, I highly suggest that you guys go to a rescue center. I got mine from there, and as soon as I saw him, I actually saw him on the Instagram feed of the Cat Haven, and then I was like, oh, he's so cute. He actually only has one eye. They don't actually know how he lost his eye. He was surrendered to them like that, so they don't actually know how he lost his eye. But other than that, he's perfectly healthy. He was the biggest cat at the Cat Haven, and when I saw him, he was so cute. He was the only cat that really came up to the window. They're like, do you want to pat him? And I was like, yes. Opened the door, and he was just basically sitting there, his head against my chest while I was patting him, purring. I was like, oh my God, I need to get him. And then it was between a kitten on the other side of the little alleyway that they had him in a little glass box on the bottom, and he was at the top on the other side. I was like, they're basically looking at each other, and the kitten was asleep. He just had his little surgery to get desexed, and I held him, and the kitten was so cute. But then I couldn't get my mind off Rocky. And then I picked him up, and he just kind of nuzzled into me, and I was like, oh, I want him. So I got him. My mind was made up, and I was so excited. I just love him, and it was the best decision ever. He did get hit by a car a month later, which just, oh my God. I was like a parent, frantic. I took him to the vets. I was so worried for him, but he was okay. He didn't go under the car. He just kind of bounced off the front of it. So he was a bit bruised and sore for about a week after that. And I was giving him pain medication, and he was fine, and he was back to his normal self. I think the reason he got hit by a car was, first, he didn't look both ways, but he's blind on this side of his face. So the car came from that side. I think that's why he got hit, because he didn't see it coming from this side. But lucky he didn't go under the wheel, thank God. So yeah, guys, if you're going to get a cat, adopt one. There are so many out there, and I really, really feel that they actually remember that you adopted him. He is the best cat ever. He's really talkative, really friendly, and yeah, my front door actually opens up to a park. So many times, if there's anyone sitting in the park, he'll just run up to them and just cuddle up to them. He likes being patted by anyone. So I see a lot of times that he's out there with the kids playing in the park, spending time with them. So yeah, love my cat. I would love to get a dog eventually, but for now, I love the cat. Next 5 years would be nice to have a partner. Maybe move into a new house. I do live in a house now that I part own with my auntie, but it'd be nice to actually either buy her out or sell my half and then buy another house, because I do want to get a dog, but my house is not big enough for a dog right now. But other than that, I don't really have that many goals in the next 5 years. I'm really happy with my personal life. I have a lot of good friends. My family's good. Everyone's healthy. So yeah, hopefully I'm still healthy. Hopefully I'm still doing everything that I want to do. But it'll be exciting to see what happens in the next 5 years. Alright guys, the next question is in two parts. What is your favorite country you've ever visited? And what is the country you would love to visit next? So I would love to visit Canada and Japan. Really want to visit Japan, not for the skiing because I'm not a good skier or anything like that. If I did go skiing, I'd probably just sit in the snow and make little snowmen, because I'm just that type of person. But I kind of want to visit the little villages in Japan. I'd love to go to Japan, and I'd love to go to Canada, and I'd love to see the wilderness of the Canadian mountains, or the valleys. Nature. I want to see the nature, but not run into bears because I'm scared of them. I think Canada is so pretty. I would love to visit the main cities, but I really want to just visit the nature and look at all that type of stuff, because that's really what I'm interested in. And I'd love to go hiking as long as it's one level and no mountains, because I'm not about mountains. I just want to walk a level track and not do any like up the hills and stuff like that, because that's not for me. But yeah, I'd love to visit Canada as well. My favorite place I've ever visited was Barcelona. So I was in France with the family, and then a whole lot of us decided to break away from the family reunion trip that we went on to. So we all bundled into 2 cars. There's about 10 of us. And we all went and drove to Barcelona, and it was the best place I've ever visited. I love Barcelona so much. France was great, but Barcelona, I think just the people were so more relaxed. I loved the markets that we went to. So yeah, Barcelona was my favorite place of all time, and I'd love to go back there one day. Alright, so next question is, if you could release a makeup line, what would be your first item that you would release? This was such a good question, guys. I had to think about this because I love lashes, so I'd love to release a lash line, but I also love lipsticks. And I would love to release lipsticks, not liquid lipsticks, just the matte lipsticks, probably in a nude shade, because they are my favorite lipsticks to apply. Then of course eyeshadows, I love eyeshadow palettes, I could release one of those. But then I thought, well, highlighters are my favorite, so I'd probably want to release a highlighter palette, not a single one, highlighter palette with about 4 or 5, 6 shades in it, because I love highlighters. They are my favorite things to apply on the face, and they just really finish a look. So probably a highlighter palette would be my first ever thing that I released. If I ever had a makeup brand, a highlighter palette would be my first release. That was a really good question. I guess the next question is, who's your favorite YouTuber? And guys, I'm going to answer this question by telling you who's my favorite beauty/influencer YouTuber. So my favorite is RawBeautyKristi. I love her so much, and I'm so happy she just released a collaboration with Pure Cosmetics. I actually tried to buy her palette when it came out. The site crashed. I don't think she realized, or Pure Cosmetics realized, how popular she really is and how much people love her and just wanted to support her. So the whole site crashed. There were people waiting in line that were numbered 20-something thousand. That's how many people were waiting to buy her eyeshadow palette with Pure Cosmetics. So yeah, I couldn't get the eyeshadow palette, but they did do a restock and I have just ordered it. But that won't come out to me until late August. I think the way they've done it is you can pre-order it. So as soon as it's ready, they'll send it out to you. They won't just, you know, give you a date when they're going to send it out to you. They're going to fulfill orders when they can. So I'm excited about that. I have something to look forward to. I'll probably forget that I've actually ordered it. RawBeautyKristi is my favorite YouTuber/beauty influencer. I just love her so much. I'll link her down below if you guys have not seen her videos or want to check her out. And guys, I'll link her down below. If you haven't checked her out, go check her out. I love her so much. She's so funny. She's just so honest. I'm just so happy for her. This year has been such a good year for her. She's just hit over 1 million subscribers. She's had this collaboration with Pure Cosmetics. Plus, after 15 years of trying to have a baby, she's finally pregnant and I'm so excited for her. I think she's 20 weeks along. So excited for her because I've been watching her for years. So yeah, I love her. Go check her out. She's my favorite YouTuber slash beauty influencer. I also love Manny MUA and Laura Lee Los Angeles and Miss Paige and all these different other YouTubers, but she's my favorite. So yeah, go check her out. That is my favorite YouTuber. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. If you want to know anything more about any of the products that I talked about and anything else that I talked about as well in this video, leave a comment down below. I'd also love to know your thoughts on what your favorite eyeshadow palette is. What is your favorite highlighter? What is your favorite makeup product? Lipstick, all of that type of stuff, just like I did in my video. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up guys. Also hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. Also check out my Instagram guys, because I do post a lot of things that I don't film on my YouTube channel, so check that out. Link for that will be down below. Until next time guys, all my love, bye.